guys know, I have like, I guess a series at this point that I think I'm gonna call Relationship Tea Time, where I pretty much review a bunch of terrible relationships. And a common theme amongst these bad relationships is that it's always a woman like posting, complaining about some heinous shit that her man does. Cheating, calling them ugly, them not wanting to commit to them being a bad dad, terrible weaponizing competence. But then the second that people start taking their side and clocking their man, then they want to jump to their defense. Now all of a sudden this man is like the best man ever, and we're the weird ones for wanting to even comment about their relationship. This has become such a common occurrence on the internet where people are no longer like having empathy or trying to like have allyship with the woman, but rather judging these women, telling them that it's embarrassing, that we're not gonna say or do anything or support her until she does something about her own relationship. The tides have turned in how people are reacting to these terrible relationships. I wanted to review a few of these videos, of course, because there's new trends every single month, and I also did some deep dive and research into why this phenomena even exists in the first place. So let's get to it. Also, guys, I am sick. Okay, I've been blowing my nose, I've been crying, and also like there's just eczema all over my face and neck. So my face is peeling, my voice is weird. I'm gonna have tears coming out my left eye. Okay, just so you guys don't judge me on how I look today. First, I wanted to show you guys this phenomena and explain what I mean, okay? And nothing shows what I mean more than this holiday season. Due to the holiday season, we have tons of women fighting for their dear lives, trying to defend their men and getting them gifts. So this woman is filming herself opening up a specific gift that she wanted, which was a specific purse. And the caption on the screen says, when you send him the link, but he still got the wrong one. And here's where she starts defending him, okay, in the description. LOL, he knew it was diff before he gave it to me, but he didn't have the time to exchange. Guys are so funny. So true, girly pop. So true. This is like if your man were to ask you to go like see a hockey game with him for Christmas, and instead you get him tickets to see Heated Rivalry in 4D. This is like if your man was really into like those military war movies, and then instead you get him tickets to see USS Christmas, Netflix's Christmas on Duty. Do you guys see what I mean though so far? Like they always frame these videos like they would be mad or annoyed, and rightfully so. And then they switch it up by being like, oh my God, it was a joke. Doing the joke. Like why would you frame it in that way, right? Like if she was really happy with her gift, she would have framed it like when you gave your man a specific bag that you wanted, but then he got you something 10 times better. And then there was like Meghan Trainor and inspirational music playing in the background or some shit. But no, instead you're sitting here pointing out how you couldn't click a simple link. Wow, that wrong purse was such a thoughtful gift, am I right? So now I want to show you guys how you can give your man an equally thoughtful gift for Valentine's Day with our sponsor of the day, Lelo. Happy Valentine's Day! This year, I got you the Sona 3 cruise toy because I noticed that you struggle a lot and you don't know what you're doing when we get saucy. So I thought this would be a very thoughtful gift. And it's made by Lelo, a company that makes the cuntiest designs that's easy to use and high quality. And they're celebrating Valentine's Day, so when you use my code MISSY20, you get a stackable 20% off your purchase.
Wow, it even has 16 different intensity levels and 10 pleasure modes. I only have one. This is a thoughtful and demure gift for me.
And it has sonic wave technology and cruise control technology, so it'll pleasure the cookies with consistent intensity without ever having to touch the cookies.
Wow, that is a thoughtful and kind gift for me, Bryce. I'm the husband.
So whether you're going to give your man a thoughtful Valentine's Day gift, or you're just gonna get yourself something for self-care, because self-pleasure is self-care, okay? Go ahead and check out the link in the description down below to get 20% off when you use my code MISSY20. The Sona 3 is a suction toy. You guys know that's my favorite type of toy, but there are so many other toys for everyone on the website. Thank you so much, Lelo, for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back to the content. Here's another Christmas video of this woman opening up her advent calendar that her man got her, and it says, POV, the moment she realizes why her advent calendar was so budget friendly.
I'm so sorry.
What?
I totally have this one too.
Oh, I know. I know. But look, you keep on complaining about not being able to get to the bottom of your TBR list, so...
They're all my books.
You might want to go and check your library.
Cam!
Well, look, they look like fantastic books. You should be excited.
And again, you guys already know it's coming, but here's the defense, okay? Not me being pranked by my book advent calendar. I genuinely don't know whether to laugh or cry, laughing emoji face. In all seriousness, this was just a prank. No love lost here. If you guys have seen my previous relationship videos, you guys will know that these women do a specific face and a specific laugh to cope whenever their man does something. It's like Pavlov response to whenever their man does something shitty. It's that fake corporate ass laugh. This is the exact face and laugh I did every single time an old white man would come and tell me that they had a Filipino wife. And again, it's the same one with the first one, where there's always like a passive aggressive, kind of angry, kind of sad tone to these, followed up with a defense with like, it's just a joke, it's just a joke. But alas, there is one that I needed to show you guys that really represents all the stops that we're about to talk about in this video. This TikTok is the reason why I'm making this video in the first place. This video had everyone up in arms this holiday season. And it is the butter dish girl. This woman made this video talking about how she's on day 5 of the silent treatment because she got her man an Xbox and he got her this butter dish. Now, I need everyone to put on their first grade critical thinking hat on, okay? And think to yourselves, when someone says that they are on day 5 of the silent treatment because they got their man a $300 gift and he got her a $20 kitchen appliance, what does that mean? What could that possibly be? Option A, which is that she's rightfully so upset because his gift was shit, especially compared to hers. Or option B, which is that he actually got her tons of extra gifts and the butter dish is just one of the really thoughtful ones. And we can't judge their relationship off of a 30-second TikTok. He's actually a really great guy and this was just all a joke and shouldn't have blown up in the first place. Which one do you think is the right answer? If you said option B, you would be correct, I guess. I did get some screenshots of her like trying to defend him instantly in the comment section. He did end up getting me boots, perfume, and lip gloss. This was just the first thing I opened and I was stunned. It was just a joke. I didn't expect the video to blow up. And then somebody else commented, let me guess. You didn't expect this to blow up and he's actually a great man and you're not gonna leave him and we're weird and in your business and don't know your relationship off of a 5-second video. And she responded, I mean, yes. And then, of course, after all this blew up, she decided that she was going to make a video talking about the context of the butter dish. And in the video, she talks about how this is actually a really thoughtful gift because he would see her thawing out the butter hours before dinner, and he thought that she should have a nice thing for her to thaw the butter out in.
He said, well, it's because you take butter out of the fridge and you let it sit on the counter like 2 or 3 hours before you need it to be softened.
I don't know who I should judge more. Her for defending this, and that's the best defense that she could come up with, or the people that saw that and are eating this shit up. Everything that she said in defense of him actually makes her look way worse. Like, if he actually got you all these other gifts and the butter dish was so thoughtful, then like that just makes you look bad. Cause like the only reason why you would have posted that first one was to make him look bad, right? I've done so many of these videos and I am just so fucking tired of this whole narrative of like, it was just a joke. It was all funny, it was all in jest. Like, why are you guys taking it this way? We're taking it this way because you said you were on day 5 of the silent treatment. This is like college fuckboy level gaslighting. This is like Asian parents after your successful level gaslighting. Like, getting a butter dish is not a bad gift, but it's also not a gift that you would give to like 99% of women unless that is specifically what they wanted and the kind of people that they are, and that's like kind of the gift giving rules and boundaries you have for each other. Like you should know that if you were engaged. Like, it's like saying like, oh my god, he's so thoughtful. He says I'm such a bitch during my period, so he got me tampons so that I could be less of a bitch at the grocery store. It's like gifting your man a box of trash bags and be like, oh my god, well, I saw that you take the trash out every week, so I thought that I would just make it easier for you by getting you some scented trash bags. Okay, so you guys can kind of see like the common pattern amongst these people, right? Like, these women complain about their man, and then they're the first people to jump to their defense once people start clocking them. I was just so annoyed and like confused on why this is a recurring thing. And so I decided that I wanted to do a little bit of a deep dive into our culture and why this is even a thing. And there's not really a name for this phenomena yet. Maybe there is, I haven't seen one, but I'm going to call it the Harley Quinn wife effect. And essentially, due to the way that our culture and society tells women like what is a perfect wife, what is a perfect woman, these women are posting this for two reasons. One, they complain on the internet because they want to be validated that what their man did was obviously a thing to do. And two, they defend these men because defending these men make them feel a sense of purpose, a sense of moral high ground, if you will. Here is essentially what they want people to say when they post these. Oh, what your man did is so shitty. You're literally God's strongest soldier. You're just like way too good for him. He got you the wrong bag again? Girl, where would he be without a strong wife like you? Like, you keep him straight. They want the comments to look like a bunch of Gen Z comments under a Sabrina Carpenter thirst trap, if you will. And all of this stems from how our culture and society idolizes women that are sacrificial. Those strong, hardworking women that lays herself down for everybody else. For one, this is a really big theme in a lot of religion. You guys have seen this theme play out a million times with the trad wives, trad husbands, all that shit on this channel. Telling women that their highest calling is to be sacrificial mothers, submitting to their husband yet again, laying themselves down for their families. And just look at like religious language around what it means to be the perfect woman, right? A mother, nurturing, selfless, loving, protective of the family. And in addition to that, when you look at our TV shows and media in general, they always depict the perfect woman as this hardworking, gritty woman that is willing to sacrifice herself for everybody else. Sitcoms like Everybody Loves Raymond, According to Jim, King of Queens, literally every single Disney show ever. Even The Incredibles. And not to say that these are bad relationships or bad at all or anything like that, but a common theme is that these women are always like hot, hardworking, strong women that are like in love with the adorkable, doofus, selfish husband, and she's like the glue that helps everything flow in the family. I also want to mention the cool girl trope or the manic dream pixie girl trope. These are all like the male fantasy, what men want in the perfect woman. These women are always like chill, nonchalant. She gets everything done, but somehow the male protagonist doesn't have to witness it or be inconvenienced by her getting everything done. She's happy to serve the male protagonist's interests, but she never comes close to challenging the status quo. And all of this is on top of like Hollywood's weird fixation with toxic couples for some reason. Not interesting to write a movie or a TV show about a healthy couple. So instead, we have to idolize toxic couples. Somehow The Notebook is like the most romantic movie of all time, but the relationship is built on emotional abuse and cheating. Like, no one is interested in Monica and Chandler's relationship, but everybody sees themselves as like the Rachel to his Ross. A situationship where they break up every other episode. Look at Bella and Edward, Harley Quinn and Joker, Bonnie and Clyde. Like, how many annoying couples on Facebook dress up as Bonnie and Clyde every Halloween? And the caption is like, I'm the Bonnie to his Clyde. We've been through so much shit, but I wouldn't have it any other way because I get bored easily. Point is that we come from a society where we're taught that the more sacrificial you are, the more selfless you are, the more that you lay yourself down for a toxic relationship, the more romantic the relationship, the better wife you are for sacrificing yourself. These women, including myself, okay, I know what it's like to be here, probably come from like a tradition, a family culture where like it's very normal to have toxic relationships, but you just stay in it anyways because that's what a good wife would do. And that's why I want to call this like the Harley Quinn effect. Because these women, these relationships in general, do dead ass see themselves like the Harley Quinn and the Joker. She's just the Harley Quinn fighting for the Joker that leaves shit stains in his underwear every day for her to clean. Okay, so now knowing what we know, I wanted to show you guys a few more of the Harley Quinn effect and kind of just discuss them, but we're gonna laugh. We're gonna take this as a joke because that's what they want us to think, right? They want us to laugh. And then I also wanted to show you guys the final boss of the Harley Quinn effect, okay? But before that, I want to show you guys a very common area where the Harley Quinn effect comes into play, and it's mostly around like the home, kids, chores. So this woman is filming herself trying to sleep in, and the caption says, "My husband, I'll watch the baby so you can sleep in." And the baby is just drumming outside, opening the door, coming in, bothering her when she's trying to take a nap. Again, with the framing of the video with that passive-aggressive tone, right? Mind you, it's not 7:30 a.m. yet. "My husband, I'll watch the baby." Like, do you see what I mean with the tone in these? Like look at her face, right? This is the exact face I make when some man tells me that his celebrity crush is Sydney Sweeney. This is the side eye I be giving to like the weebs when they're like making out Animal Planet style at the Asian grocery store, you know? And why do I know that she's gonna defend her man? Because she made this video where she defends her man. And in the video she talks about how like people were saying that this could be abuse, that their abusive husbands have done this to them. And she responds by saying that it's not abuse because she is not getting abused in her relationship, so it's not abusive behavior. Should we type up like a caption that we should leave on these people's videos from now on? LOL, you deserve for your husband to not care about you getting any sleep. I hope you have many more sleepless nights. You deserve each other, you and this guy. And TikTok made it come true. I mean, that's what she wants us to say, right? Right? This one says, "I left my husband and kids for 4 days, and this is how I came home to them." And I want everyone to look at her facial expression here. Does this look happy? Long story short, in this video, she shows that the kids obviously were not dressed appropriately for the cold weather, and obviously was not given a bath in the 4 days that she's been gone. Here's her defending him in the caption, which says, "I love being a stay-at-home mom, and I'm so happy my husband works so hard so I can be. Always funny when I leave for a few days and come back to the Rugrat kiddos." I mean, look at these kids. First of all, they're adorable. Okay, second of all though, we can tell that they haven't had a shower in 4 days. These poor babies, they look like they just came home from a 2016 house party. This is the aftermath of a bad girls club fight. But you know what guys, this is all supposed to be really funny. Remember that, we're not supposed to be on her side here. LOL, nobody deserves to clean those 4-day-old stains the way that you do, girly pop. Keep that smile going on, mama. Okay, in this next video, this woman claims that her baby has not slept in 374 days. I'm guessing their baby is a colic baby. And she's asking her husband if they could eat in the car and to be quiet because it's the first time the baby has slept in over a year. And this is how he reacts.
I will take her if she wakes up.
I swear. I live here now. What about being happy?
And then she proceeds to defend him by posting this video that says, "I was told to divorce my husband this week." And it's just them hugging, going to Disney World together, being a cute, quirky millennial couple. How can my husband be a piece of dad? He literally owns 8 different Mickey ears and he like dances like this. He's like really funny. He's literally Ohana. How can you guys be bullying him? Ohana is family and family means stop clocking me on the TikTok that I posted. Look guys, she might not be able to get this baby to sleep for the next 374 nights, all right? But at least she gets to feel like Harley Quinn every single Halloween. Okay, guarantee you. Okay, now I need you guys to brace yourselves for the level of cringe in this next video. It says, I make the mistake of doing his laundry, and this is how I get woken up.
Right. Why is my shirt in the dryer pile? It's my favorite. Why is my good shirt in the dryer pile? My favorite.
I'm not even kidding when I say this, but watching this video gives me the same icky feeling I got when they made us watch like the same 9/11 footage from 10 different angles when we were in kindergarten. Okay, I would rather watch 2 furries do Zootopia-inspired tail and butt stuff in 4D than rewatch this video ever again. This is the straightest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm so sorry for my queer people watching this video that I suscepted you to this. The amount of straight you have to be to laugh at this video, you have to watch Property Brothers unironically. Anyways, let's leave her a nice comment. LOL, you guys are so funny. I hope he continues to act like Caillou every time you do a chore for him. You guys deserve each other. So in this video, this woman's husband spilled a bunch of coffee beans and she decided that she was gonna vlog the entire day until he picks up after himself. She's just working around it, he's stepping around it and never ever like tries to pick it up. And then when she decides to confront him about it, this is what he says.
You got it? You got it. So the whole 4 you missed spot.
I know.
Of course, this went super galactic viral, and here is the 2 defense videos that they put up trying to defend his actions, okay? In one of the defense videos, it says, when the comments are mad, but we were just vibing. And then here's the husband like actually defending himself. His excuse is that he had the kids were running around a lot. So he was just gonna do it. He really was, but he just didn't get a chance to do it. Right, when you tell your wife, you got this, you missed a spot, that was definitely him, right on it. Guys, you know what? I have to give it to this couple. This is probably one of the worst cover-ups I've ever seen on a TikTok. It's giving like the FBI trying to cover up the Epstein files. It's giving Bill Clinton's speech when he was trying to deny like all the allegations. Like that's what these videos are giving. If you're at a point in your relationship where you're like so comfortable filming your husband doing something or avoiding responsibility because it's such a common thing for you, it's over. I feel like this couple, they have like blowout fights about the Wordle, and they're like not even kidding. Like they get about the Wordle. A man that doesn't pick up his own spills and blames it on you, he seems like the perfect person for someone like you. Guys, relax. This is all a joke. Everything I say in this video is a joke. Now, I wanted to show you guys probably the biggest final boss of Pick Me, of the Harley Quinn effect, every single bad thing you could possibly be. And it is Brittani Stapleton. And she is the wife of Josh Stapleton. Now, before we get into this, I just want to throw out a trigger warning. Josh Stapleton is currently in prison for child materials. And his wife, Brittani, that we're going to be focusing on, is defending him. Usually I don't talk about stuff like this, but I just really wanted to show you guys the extent and what happens when a woman is so male-centered and so just far gone in defending a man so blindingly, and just how terrible it is, and that I genuinely think that her and all of her friends that she talks about in this video needs to be investigated. So let's just get into it. Josh and Brittani Stapleton go by the name the Gulf Coast Stapletons, and they are a TikTok couple channel from Georgia with about 100K followers. Last year, Josh went to prison and he pled guilty to 20 counts of children. So back in 2020, he was caught downloading child content, and the stuff he was downloading had all girls, and he was doing this between 2018 and 2020. So back in 2020, he was sentenced to 15 years of probation and 5 years in prison. So between 2020 and 2025, he was on probation, and that was when he grew out this TikTok channel, and no one knew anything about this. And then finally in 2025, he was sent off to prison to serve his sentence. Now when this scandal broke out, a lot of her fans, a lot of people wanted to have empathy for her. They wanted to kind of distance Brittani away from her husband's actions. And instead of having empathy and remorse and having her heart go out to the victims that her husband has victimized, she decided that she was just gonna full stack just defend this man. No empathy, no remorse. She decided what was more important is that she cleared up his name from false news that would ruin his reputation. And so she made this video on TikTok, clearing up the air.
Absolutely allowed to post anything that is public record, such as mugshots, indictments, court documents, anything like that. What you're not allowed to do is post anything that is a false statement that is damaging to someone's reputation. And I've seen a lot of it, so I'm going to set the record straight. But if I continue to see it, naturally I'm going to have to take legal action.
Damage his reputation. The damage to his reputation is public knowledge. And it's for everyone within like a 10-mile radius of a school to see and know and be alerted of. What could possibly ruin his reputation more than what he pleaded to? Well, let's see what that is, according to her.
This brings me to the first question I continuously keep seeing. Maybe she didn't know, or did she know? Do we think she knew? How did she not know? Absolutely I knew. Josh and I were friends way before we ever started dating. So when the charges occurred, we were friends. You better believe I hit him up, because as soon as I saw it, I have a really good judge of character, and I knew something was up. I knew that was not Josh. We had already been on several trips together beforehand. I'd spent pretty close time with this guy, and I was like, something's wrong here. Josh was absolutely upfront with me about everything in the charges. There were no secrets.
I'm sorry for pausing so often, but I need to like have you guys truly understand what she just said, and I need you guys to like genuinely process it, okay? So at the time that the charges came out, they were just friends. They were not dating at that time. And then because he decided to come clean and tell her that he really is the criminal that they see online, she was just like, oh, perfect. That's my man. And then she then proceeded to date and marry him after that. Are you implying that because he was honest with the charges with you, that just wiped away the crime that he committed? She probably dead ass feels like Harley Quinn to his Joker. She really does think of herself as the Bonnie to his Clyde.
That leads me to the next point. I continuously see things that say he lied to her and told her that his ex-wife set him up. Well, let's cover a couple things. One, I'm Josh's first wife. He has never been married before. Two, Josh has never blamed any ex-relationship for these charges.
Sorry, weird flex, but okay. Guys, I'm his one and only wife. He doesn't have an ex-wife. I'm his only main bitch. Like, yeah, bitch, we know. Bitch, you volunteered as tribute. No other bitch is trying to get around that but you.
The next question I continuously see is, do people with children or friends with children know about the charges? Absolutely. A, it's been all over the internet. If you didn't know, you just didn't know. But B, we have never in our lives been at someone's house around someone's children and not let them know ahead of time, because we don't want anything to ever look sketchy. So we've always been absolutely upfront with everyone. And guess what? A lot of these people have our backs because they have personally witnessed Josh around their children and know that there's no issue.
This is what I mean with her and her friends need to be investigated. I mean, like, I cannot believe she is admitting to this on TikTok. Like, what is there for them to defend? Genuine question. Like, he is the criminal. He did it. He admits to it. He pled to it. He's serving the time for it. So, like, what are we defending? That he should just be let free because he's just such a great dude? Oh my God, it's so baffling to me how you would ever, like, put your child in harm's way that way. And all for what? So that you guys could, like, get frosted tips together and go on their boat? Like, what? The boat can't be that great.
I keep getting screenshots where people are saying Josh had child images on his work laptop. False. Josh could not possibly have that on his work laptop, because if you have ever worked for a corporation or any big company or anything along those lines, you know how secure those computers are. So that is a false statement.
God, thank you, Brittany, for clearing that up. Yeah, now we're all gonna rest easy knowing that he wasn't downloading this on his work computer, but rather the family shared pink iPad where you play Candy Crush on. Yeah, that makes it so much better. Thank you for clearing that up, Brittany.
Let's talk about mental health. It is so fun to get views off these videos. I've seen all the true crime girls, their videos. It is not the best thing in the world to profit off someone else's worst moment. I am one of the most mentally tough people you'll ever meet. Been through hell, been through a lot in my life. I'm pretty mentally tough. Not everyone is. So I'm glad you guys chose me for this and to give me hell. Like I didn't just go through the worst week of my life. Like I did not just lose my best friend. But think really, really deeply before you post the things you do and you profit off someone else's life just to get your 10,000 extra followers and hundreds of thousands of views. Think about it. And most of all, maybe think about reaching out to that person to see if they are even legally allowed to speak on the case before you do so. Because otherwise, you're just allowed to say whatever you want, and they may not necessarily be able to respond.
We should have empathy. We should reach out to you for your feelings. Bitch, are you f***ing serious? It's just the way that she acts like he got arrested for jaywalking. She's acting like he got arrested for twerking badly at the VMAs or something. You dead ass think that it makes it better now that we know that he was doing it on his personal computer? That his friends with kids are okay with him? That he told you all of this and then you decided to marry him anyways? Are you f***ing serious? She's fine with him being a predator, just as long as he's open with her about it. Like, oh my fucking God. Now, you know, for a bitch that's talking about empathy all the time, let me show you the empathy that she has for her victim. Now, here's a video that she made where she's joking about how she wants the state to release her husband because she needs him to like help her with her car troubles. She continues to make TikToks of her waiting for her man because he's her best friend and she knows who he really is. Which I guess is a predator because you knew this entire time and still decided to engage with this man. Like what? Imagine doing all of this for a man in his 30s with frosted tips. This hit home for me because I, you know, had two exes that went to prison for very, very serious things. And when I found out about those crimes, I was disgusted. I was numb. I felt like there was a pit in my stomach. I didn't know how to feel. I just felt so like I was in the Twilight Zone. I just can't imagine like finding that out and your first instinct is to go on the internet and then you're like,
guys, no, you don't know him like I do. Stop, this is not you. Guys, he's not a monster. He's nice to me. Like, he's like really nice to me. Like, stop being so mean about him.
Like, what the f is wrong with you, bitch? It just goes to show, like, what does she get out of being the Harley Quinn to his Joker? The Bonnie to his Clyde. Humiliation. She's humiliated. She lost her job over this. Everyone thinks that she's a huge loser. Like, I can't even, I like to usually end these videos by being like, girl, leave him, you're better than him, and I still feel that way. However, if these women are so happy being with these men, they're defending them. They're like, this man makes me so happy, blah, 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 blah. Who are we to defend them? Who are we to tell these women that they're better than these men? Have the life you feel like you deserve. You feel like you deserve a man who can't pick up his own stains, who's mean to you, cheats on you, yada, yada, yada. You deserve each other, I guess. But for the rest of us that's watching these videos and know that we are worth so much more than that, you are. You are. And don't settle for this bullshit. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Thank you to Lelo for sponsoring today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your feelings in the comment section down below. Tag me or let me know any relationship trends that you guys want me to review. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!